Have you ever checked into a hotel and felt a sudden, unexplainable chill? You brush it off, just the AC, maybe a draft. But what if it's something else? Hotels are temporary homes for countless souls, each leaving behind more than just memories. Hundreds have slept in the same bed, stared at the same ceiling, and walked the same carpet. Most check out and move on, but some leave something behind, an echo, a presence. These buildings absorb secrets, joys, sorrows, and fears. A hotel room is a stage for life's most intense dramas. Secret affairs, desperate deals, lonely nights, and sometimes final moments. It's easy to dismiss the unease as paranoia, but sometimes it's justified. Tonight, we're pulling back the sheets to see what lies beneath. We'll hear two accounts from travelers who thought they were just booking a place to rest. They learned the hard way. When you check into a hotel, you might not be the only guest in your room. So, turn down the lights, lock your door, and prepare to check into the heart of hotel horror. Our first story takes us to a faded, historic hotel in a restless city. Liam, a young professional, just wanted a quiet room and a comfortable bed. The hotel had old-world charm, ornate fixtures, worn carpets, and air thick with dust. He was given room 314, a corner at the end of a dim hallway. The silence was profound, the isolation unsettling. Inside, the room was clean but cold, a chill that seemed to seep from the walls. He tried to settle in, but the atmosphere clung to him. That night, small disturbances began, faint scratching in the walls, the feeling of being watched. At 3 a.m., a loud thud jolted him awake. Nothing had moved, but the dread was real. He barely slept, ears straining for more sounds. The next day, he rationalized old hotels make noises, but the unease never left. He dreaded returning for his second night, unaware the real horror was just beginning. Sometimes the scariest things are the ones you can't explain. Liam returned to room 314, the cold even deeper than before. Hoping to shake it off, he took a hot shower, then heard a soft, rhythmic tapping from beyond the bathroom door. He listened. The tapping stopped. The room was empty, the door still dead-bolted. He searched for explanations, pipes, neighbors, but nothing fit. That night, as he tried to sleep, a faint woman's whisper drifted from the corner near the window. It was impossible to make out words, just a mournful sigh. Liam pulled the covers up, telling himself it was the wind or a distant TV, but the whispering continued, sometimes fading, sometimes growing closer. At one point, a pocket of icy air settled beside his bed. He lay frozen, too scared to move, listening to the ghostly whispers. The night stretched on, each sound amplifying his terror. He prayed for morning, trapped in a room that felt anything but empty. Sometimes, silence screams the loudest. Just before dawn, Liam was jolted awake, not by a sound, but by a suffocating pressure. At the foot of his bed stood a hazy, indistinct figure, a woman in an old-fashioned dress, radiating overwhelming sadness. Paralyzed, Liam could only stare as she glided silently to his side, her face a mask of anguish. She reached out, her hand nearly touching his face. In a flash, she vanished. The cold lifted. Liam bolted from bed, grabbed his things, and fled the room barefoot. He didn't stop until he reached the lobby, checking out without a word. Later, he learned room 314 was rumored to be haunted by a woman who'd taken her own life there decades ago. Some rooms hold more than memories. They hold the past itself. Liam never looked back. Sometimes the only way to escape is to run. But some stories follow you, and some rooms never let go. Take a breath. The story of room 314 is over, but the chill lingers. Some doors are better left unopened. Now picture yourself in another corridor, another city. The silence is the same, a canvas for new fears. Let's turn to our next destination, where another traveler finds that the end of the hall is just the beginning of a nightmare. Our second story follows the Millers, a family on a summer road trip. Exhausted, they stop at a roadside motel, settling into 2 adjoining rooms at the far end. The kids are tucked in. The parents try to sleep. The motel is eerily quiet until Sarah hears a soft, rhythmic thumping, like a ball bouncing down the hall. The sound is steady, almost hypnotic, then stops abruptly. Hours later, Sarah's youngest wakes, terrified, pointing at the door. There's a man watching us. The door's locked. The parking lot empty, but the deadbolt is mysteriously unlocked. Sarah reassures her son, but unease settles in. Sometimes the scariest things are the ones you can't see. The night isn't over yet. The real fear is just outside the door, and it's waiting. Tom wakes to Sarah's whispers about the unlocked door and their son's fear. He checks the lock, tries to calm her, but neither can sleep. Then the thumping returns, this time right outside their door. Tom peeks through the curtain and sees a small child under a flickering light, bouncing a red ball. The child's movements are unnatural, its face hidden in shadow. Suddenly it stops, looks up, and its eyes glow faintly. The child drops the ball and steps toward their room. That's enough. They grab their kids and escape out the back window, leaving everything behind. They speed away, never looking back. They never learned who or what the child was. The question that haunts them: what would have happened if they waited? Next time you check into a hotel, check the locks. And whatever you do, don't look down the hall. If this sent chills down your spine, hit that like button, subscribe to Mystic Anomalies, and tap the bell so you never miss what's lurking in the dark.